that have dark skin don't come out and talk about having contact with aliens or abductions. You don't really hear much. People with lighter skin here that actually say. So he was just wondering if there was actual, lots of aliens that had the darker.
Melanated people don't interest the grays who do all the body hybridization programs, because it's mainly the Caucasian people. It's the Caucasian races that have been extremely mixed and are easier to hybridize with the grays. The melanated people, especially the African people on Earth, have strong Earth genes, and they have a very strong genetics that is not easily being altered, so they don't want to go through the trouble. I'd say the melanated people on Earth are very ancient. They're extremely ancient, and from them, hybridizations have been performed, but they carry the original genome. So interestingly, the Greys are not interested by it. They're interested by the people who have been hybridized a lot already. So the Caucasians are. So that's what I know about it.
Are there some where they're not allowed to touch people of the original bloodline, kind of maybe more open to be able to touch to the hybrids, and they can't really?
Yes, that is a very interesting question, and I think there may be some truth in it, because it's all the prime directive. You're going to be able to get away with working on hybrids, but not really on working on really locals, indigenous, so I think there's a bit of this, but they get away easily with working with wholly hybridizes versus
Peace, bro. Peace. So,
when you think of the
did
world,
you see that?
this is probably the map that
did you get a chance to check
it's
that out?
everywhere. Atlases, school walls,
stop
even
this.
Google Maps. It's also
Of
very.
course, my computer's doing what it usually does, acting ass. Let's go back. I just want to make sure everyone gets a chance to hear this. I'm going to play it twice since it's a very short video.
That
What's
have
going
dark
on, bro?
skin
Listen to this.
don't come out and talk about having contact with aliens or abductions. You don't really hear much
people
it's
talking
usually
about
people
that.
with lighter skin
We don't
here
talk about that.
actually say. So he was just wondering if there was actual, lots of people, or lots of aliens that had the darker.
These ones, the Earth melanated people don't interest the Greys who do all the body hybridization programs, because it's mainly the Caucasian people. It's the Caucasian races that have been extremely mixed and are easier to hybridize with the Greys. The melanated people, especially the African people on Earth, genes.
Really?
And they have a very strong
we knew that.
Genetics that is not easily the melanated people on Earth from them hybridizations have been performed, but they they carry the original stem of Earth human genome. So interestingly, the Greys are not interested by it. They're interested by the people who have been hybridized a lot already. So the Caucasians are. That's what I know about it.
Are there to touch people of the original bloodlines where they're kind of maybe more open to be able to touch to the hybrids than they can't really, touch people who are the original?
That is very interesting. Maybe a little some truth in it, because it's all the prime directive. You're going to be able to get away with working on hybrids, but not really on working on really indigenous, locals, indigenous. So I think that's a bit.
Although the Greys don't have a lot of ethics, but with various
they get away.
Yeah. Go ahead, work with them. Leave us alone. I'm just wondering what you made up hybrids, these test tube incubated babies. We even showed a video the other day where the guy used the pictures I've been showing you guys of the incubator of babies. I don't know if he already had them. I'm not saying he copied from me, but I'm just saying you guys see how this stuff is just like coming out. It's so crazy. It's like, whoa. So check this out. Let me share something else with you guys real quick. Come on, one moment. Let's see. Make sure I have these pulled up for you guys, a little bit of information. I'm going to talk about a couple of things here. May seem random, but you guys know nothing's really random when I get into information. So just, stay with me. All right. Here we go. Give it a moment. Y'all know it's going to do what it want to do. Okay. All right, guys. We're going to read a couple of things here. Let's read a couple of things here for you guys. Zoom in a bit. So you can see it. Okay. All right. We're going to do a little bit of reading, a few little things, go into a little ideology. Hair is an extension of the nervous system. It can be correctly seen as exteriorized nerves. It's a type of highly evolved feelers or antennae that transmit vast amounts of important information to the brainstem. The hair follicles connect to the brainstem. The stem gives you energy and electrolysis. I spoke about this not too long ago, guys, remember? It gives information to the brainstem, the limbic system, and the cortex, the neocortex, okay? When hair is cut, receives and sending transmissions to and from the environment are greatly hampered. It puts a dampening on your information that you're receptive to. Talked a little bit about this, and we're getting into like the Samson and Delilah. We were reading something about the tribes, I believe, yesterday. It could have been a different conversation if I'm mistaken. I've been on a few panels. I've been on Clubhouse lately, the last couple of days, so a few different things. But it says that just keep this in mind. When the hair is cut, receiving and sending the transmissions to and from the environment are greatly hampered. This results in numbing out the follicles and the connection being dimmed, dulled, right? Shorted out per se, right? Not only does hair in people, including facial hair in men, provide an information highway that reaches the brain, not only does the hair in people, including the facial hair, your beard, your mustaches, sir, provide an information highway reaching the brain. Hair also emits energy. I told you guys it's like an energy wave. It's like a frequency. Hair is air. Keep that in mind. Hair is air, air. The H, air, hollow air, H, air, right? The electromagnetic energy that is emitted by the brain into the outer environment. This has been seen in Kirlian photography when a person is photographed with long hair. Now, the energy that is emitted by the brain goes out into the environment. This is how we connect. You know how I tell you connected. We are all connected to the universe. The frequency, the energy, which is your life source, in all actuality, is actually what connects you, right? This will give you that connection to the ether. Shout out, bro. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, PH. Okay? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's all good, brother. Did you know that long hair makes you more sensitive, emotional, sensitive to your environment? You're able to tap more into the environment and tapping into that frequency of the ether, being able to connect, whether negatively or positively, to things around you. You know how we talk a lot about people being in your environment, bringing certain energies and things of that nature. You have to be very careful of these things, right? So if you are a man and you're trying to find a woman, and you try to work on your sensitivity, then try to grow longer hair. It will give you more leniency. It will give you or allow you to be able to tap more into your sensitivity, the organs, sir, within you, by having that hair, connecting you to the air and the environment of the earth. It would therefore create the sensitivity in you to elevate, giving you a density so that you're now able to connect more to the woman that you are seeking, right? All right. The story of Samson and Delilah in the Bible has a lot of encoded truth to tell us. When Delilah cut Samson's hair, the once undefeatable Samson was defeated. Cutting of the hair is a contributing factor to unawareness of the environmental stress, the distress that is in our local ecosystem. Okay? Let's read it again. Cutting of hair. Cutting your hair off, cutting your beard off, cutting your mustache off your face, sirs. Cutting of your hair is a contributing factor to unawareness. A contributing factor to unawareness. You are less sensitive, unaware of your environment, unaware of your surroundings, so on and so forth. Unaware of the environmental distress that is in your local ecosystem, disconnecting you from self, actually taking you away from being able to connect to things within yourself and know that there's something going on within yourself. Know that I have something going on within my body that I need to check on and see what's going on with it. That sensitivity and that awareness actually brings you awareness of self, taking internal and external notices so that you're able to be sensitive to everything within yourself, so you are able to actually connect. It is also a contributing factor to insensitivity in relationships, sir. You're cutting your hair off. You're not being sensitive to your wife, to your girl, to your loved one, because by cutting your hair, it severs the relationship's connection. It keeps you more insensitive, more on a physical realm, that you are not able to connect to the environment, not connect to your soulmate by having that external connection with them physically, chemically, and spiritually, because your sensitivity level has been dropped. Every time you shave your hair, you drop the sensitivity level. And that's in all kinds. It contributes also to sexual frustration. Not only does hair in people, including facial hair in men, provide an informational highway reaching the brain, hair also emits the energy. Didn't I tell you? The hair is air. Air is light. Right? It emits the energy that is emitted into the brain, into the outer environment. This has been seen also in that cataract, as we spoke of. The mammalian body has evolved over millions of years. Surviving skills of human and animal at times seem almost supernatural. Science is constantly coming up with more discoveries about the amazing abilities of man and animal in order to survive. Each part of the body has highly sensitive work to perform for that particular body. This is Bama, Congo in 1560. when the Spaniards came and invaded. And the sons of Mani, Jeremiah, Mamdis, Amarah, Joel, Mabdiah, and Palias, and Anos, Kara Basin, and Anibias, and Mammonitanamas, Alilasis, Banas, Aliel, Samas, Salamias, Nathanias, and the sons of Azorah, Cesis, Ezrael, Azarias, Samatas, Zambis, and Josephus. These sound like, some names that are very familiar to you, right? The secret Bantu people are the only Negro Semites in Africa. This is in Hebrew documentation on page 592 and 593. The Bantu language is a composition of Hebrew, Greek, and Latin, proving what we found out in John 19:20. Bantu has a secret language code. The Freemasons' 1966 cartoon actually mocks the Bantu. They reference us all the time as a big ape, a monkey, a gorilla, King Kong, king of the Congo, Kongo, the Congo, King Kong. The Freemason 1966 cartoon mocks him and his tabernacle, Mount Zion. We can read about that in Revelation 13:6. Let's read that. Revelation 13:6, King James Version 16:11.
According to Bible, King James Version, and hath made us kings and priests unto God and his Father. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen.
Kings. He is the king of Congo. The king of Congo. They blaspheme his name, Congo, to King Kong, as we just heard the reference, right? King of the Congo. Yuande is Jew. This is Jew in the Cameroon. The Congo is here. This is screenshots from PBS America, Sky 166, and the Virgin Media 243. Finding Your Roots. And it shows everything here. The Igbo, the Yoruba, the Derma, the Hassa, the Malalike, the Mandinka, the Fula, the Wolof, the Balantu, and the Kru. Here it is. You see it? Check this out. See how they have it carved in the mountain? This Freemason 1960, I don't know if you guys remember this cartoon, King Kong. 1966 cartoon mocks him and his tabernacle on Mount Zion. They actually had it in the mountain. This was actually in the cartoon. I remember the cartoon. I don't have a clip of it, but I do remember the cartoon. And it's showing King Kong carved in the mountain, and that was Mount Zion, a mocking. This person also spelled this, Julien Delisi, spelled Julien Delisi, was a French cartographer, known for his popular, accurate maps of Europe and the newly explored Americas and Africa. He was born in the 1600s, but there are maps that we've seen in the early 1400s depicting the actual races and the Indian tribes that were all in those areas. The Hamites, captives will return. They will have a kingdom. In Ezekiel 29:12-16, Akan, Yoruba, Ban, Igbo, Falani, Mandi, they will speak Hebrew, it says in Isaiah 19:18. Isaiah 19:18, King James Version, 16:11. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan and swear to the Lord of hosts. One shall be called the city of destruction. In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar of the border, and therefore of the Lord. And it shall be a sign, shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of the hosts in the land of Egypt, for they shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors. And he shall send them a savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them. Who is this deliverer? Who is this great Savior? I wonder. And the Lord shall be known to Egypt, and the Egyptians shall know the Lord in that day, and shall do sacrifice and obligation. Yea, they shall vow and vow unto the Lord and perform it. So they will vow and vow to the Lord and perform it. Who are the lords? Who are the lords of the lands? The ones that assume the lands? The ones that take over the lands? Are they talking about the Lord, the Almighty, that they say is the Almighty? Couldn't be, couldn't be. Epic, King of Kamala. Peace, peace, family, peace. So, Congo, Bena, Yuhandi, from the Hebrew translation, Judah, Bantos, Semites. The great secret revealed. All they hide, all the bloodshed. I told you guys about the Black Madonna, the core energy that they praise and worship. They have to. If they don't, they know there will be repercussions. They bow down to these people, the Romans, the Black Romans. We read about this in the book, right? We found out the words save or come in Bantu Congo is Yissa, also in the Hebrew information. Ishmael calls Jesus Issa. Is that a coincidence that he called Jesus Issa? Issa? In Bantu Congo, the word Yah means higher, him. Jesus' names likely means Yissa Yah. They say Jesus, but the name actually means Yissa Yah by the abbreviation, by the enunciation, by the words from the Congo, and their wording, it says that Jesus means Yissa Yah. In Congo, it means him saves the truth. Interesting. I thought that was interesting. Okay, I want to read some other stuff to you guys. Hold on. All right. This won't be a very, very long video, guys. I just want to put this out here for you guys to ponder on, and we will hopefully later. I'm doing a lot today, but hopefully later I'll be able to come back. There's a couple of things we're supposed to get into. So let's just do this. We're going to bring some documentations up. This is the Bantu Israelite Hebraics.com information. The Bantu tribe, some codex information. So we're going to actually read this. Let me try to largen it. I don't want to get too big. Hold on. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so the Bantu Israelite Hebraics.com. I will drop this. Actually, you guys want to check this out. I'm able to see it now. I can drop it in here if you want to check it out for yourself. So this information is going to go over real quick. Okay. It's clearing up. The weather is clearing up here. I am so glad because I didn't have no problem till this winter came and this weird stuff came on with this weather with my sinuses. I swear. I was so good when I came here last year. I thought my sinus issues were over forever. I was so disappointed. Okay, but anyway, it says, the time of the end is near. So the world is asking the question, who are the ancient Jews of the Bible? The ancient Israel. And if the Bantu Semitic people were the ancient Israel, indeed the Congolese and the Bantu are the true Jews of the Bible. Those of the two Congos, DRC and Brazzaville. The Gabon, Angola, South Cameroon, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Zulu of South Africa, South Cameroon, Zanzibar, Zambia, Mozambique, Hutus from Rwanda, and Tanzania. I would get into this other article, but we're not. We're going to just do this right quick. The Bantu are the ancient Jews, the Hebrew Israelite people of the Bible, the secret of the Vatican. This is the secret of the Vatican. This book is spiritual. You have to be Bantu or Congolese to understand it. Deuteronomy 29:29. If you want to reference that, you can. I'm not going to read each Bible verse we come upon, guys. I'm sorry. It is updated every Saturday. Read it and come back every Saturday for more secret information. This blog will reveal to you the secrets hidden by the Vatican to the Bantu chosen people in ancient Israel. This is not a religion, but a lost and found memory from Deuteronomy 32:26. Deuteronomy 32:26, if you want to look at this information yourself. Happy to the man or woman who will read this blog. Read it and make a copy quickly and paste it to your Word page. Print it and distribute all the information is what they suggest. So boom, let's get right into the information. Here's a little summary of the history of the two kingdoms of the ancient Israel. Isalil in Congo. I have chosen that you read Isalil 44:1, which I don't have those documents. I don't have those particular, what do you call them? Scrolls, what have you, so on and so forth. Okay, let me send you guys this out real quick. Y'all can get that. If you want to, you'll be able to get this information. Check it out yourself. The Laki tribe, the Alania, Turkey, the Assyrian, Hyksos, Canaanite, and the Berber Jews. Let's get to it. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Okay. Around 900, Israel in Congo language, Isalil. Israel is pronounced Isalil, which means I choose you. Israel means I choose you. Sometimes identified as Jizrael, which is Yissa, he, in Congo language, he, Yissa. In total, Yabita become Bantu, already bears the seeds of the fully constituted state with fortified administrative centers and freestone palaces in Megiddo. Constructions reproduced identically by the Bantu Hebrews exiled from the Great Bantu Zimbabwe before the Edomites, the Europeans, discovered Africa. Came out of Africa. When they discovered it, they say they discovered it. They came from there. That was like their birthplace from, the Caucasus Mountains in those areas, I believe. Yeah. They were surprised to find that the Bantu architecture on the right in, I'm gonna have to go to the page because it's kind of hard to read from this side. Hold on, let me go over here. I'll be back to the chat if anybody comes in. Peace, blessings, and all. Let's see, where were we? Okay. With fortified administrative centers and freestone palaces in Megiddo. Constructions reproduced identically by the Bantu Hebrews exiled from the Great Bantu Zimbabwe before the Edomites discovered Africa. They were surprised to find that the Bantu architecture on the right in Greater Zimbabwe looked suspiciously like the architecture of present day in Jerusalem. Why would that be suspicious? Occupied by Edom and the nations, Ezekiel 36:5-10. You can read this particular information. Look at the photos on the left, which is Suba. Did you guys can see that here? You guys can see that, you see the structure there. All right. Okay, and then look at the let's see, village, which is the village of Tikotis in the present day Jerusalem. Its Middle East ruined village, which still bears the Bantu name Suba, P in Bantu language, as illustrated on the tourist book about present-day Jerusalem. The photo at left, which is over here, they're talking about. I know you guys can't see it really good, but I dropped the link. You can check this out later for yourself. Suba village of Jerusalem, beloved, this proved that it was the Bantu who lived in present-day Middle Eastern Israel. Of course. We know these people have been pushed over, and we ain't gonna get into that because we already know. We've seen it. We've looked at the map. We've discussed it. We've shown the proof. I mean, what else can we get into? Because they left and kept the same Bantu architecture and the names. This blog will prove it to you again. Plus, beloved, read this entire blog, taking notes, so on and so forth. So this is why I gave you guys a link. We're not gonna read this whole thing. This is the entire blog, right? So we're just going over some of the information that they've listed, showing some of these sites, so on and so forth. They get a lot of information, when it comes to this information on the Bantu tribe. I've had a few discussions about this period. When you guys hear me talk about the X gene, and in search of the X gene, there is like a whole commitment of destruction against the X gene. Some of the war that's going on now, as you guys know, the Vietnamese and the Philippines over there in Pakistan. Is it Pakistan? Who's this nut having this so-called play war with? I think it's Pakistan. So the war that they're having right now, this so-called war, right? You know that the people, the Vietnamese and people, those are X gene people. Those are the dark Orientals that were pushed out of the area. Originally coming from that area where they try to misplace and displace and say that the people come from an area in Africa, which is their area. Everything is twisted backwards, so on and so forth. But yeah, let's read a little bit more over here. Phoenician neighbors, the Nilotic Canaanites, who are today the Somali people of the seas, fearsome pirates, also the Canaanites like the Afars, the Lewis, the Maasais, the Tutsis, the Oramos, the Philashis. Their gods and goddesses such as Baal, Balal, or Baalis, Astatar, or Asi, Malat god of the Ammonites today, known as the Berbers, the Turks. Moreover, the Berber Anamites of Morocco have kept the name from their ancient capital, Rabat. Read Deuteronomy 3:2. You guys can keep up with this yourself. As I said, make sure you check this link. I'm not going to go into reading all this stuff, but this is verification of the things they're talking about, the times, the places, the names, so on and so forth. So the gods of the nations, as I told you guys, remember we talked about this many times, but I keep telling you guys, the Bible is not about what people presume it to be. It's literally a record book. It's a book that gives the... let me just finish reading. So the gods of the nations seduced the Bantus despite the warnings of the prophets. The Congos, like the Nagalas, have a close Hebrew dialect. Lingala is for Israel and Kikongo for Judah. So remember we talked about Judaism. I talked to you guys about the Bantu in relations to the Buddhism. A lot of this stuff, I can't connect every little dot. There's so many pieces, but you guys follow me, you should kind of know where we're at. Okay, for Judah, Ya'andi, the chosen one, which gives Ya'andi, this is in Hebrew documentation 3063 or 3061, and from 800. They will use the same alphabet that the Congo, Dia Sanika, the word Sanika is an Egyptian word, a word formerly for commercial use. Sanika was the name of the papyri and formerly made by the ancient Egyptians, which we know who these people were, neighbor of the south of Isali, which would be the present-day Israel. Read this information and follow up with that. In Numbers 34, 1 through 5, this is the Soninkes. The Egyptian scribes are Sarico, the word Sarah. In the Egyptian language means son. Sarah means son. Today, the Soninke, like the other ancient Egyptians, lived in West Africa, scattered in Mali and Senegal, mixed with the Cushites and the Sudanese. The Dinkas, who in West Africa had become by Dinka Solomon, whose name was Salama. Solomon, whose name was Salama. Solomon, okay, you guys following? Whose name was Salama. To accomplish in Kikongo, whose root in Congo is Salah, to do, accomplish in Kikongo, sometimes called Kikwa, Kwahala. This is in Hebrew documentation 6,953. Union and unifear, marriage in Kikongo. To read, Bible, top, Olet, 1:1, Ecclesiastes in Latin. This is Latin in Latin, translated Ecclesiastes. Qoehelleth is Ecclesiastes. It's Q Halet. So Solomon, which is really Salamah, took 700 wives. Solomon took 700 wives and 300 concubines. He had 700 wives. He had up to 1,000, they're saying, wives. Now, I don't want to change the subject because I'm going to finish reading this, but if you guys remember, we read Tatankarat, and during that time, we read about Geronimo, him coming into the area over there, Asia Minor, having all of the wives, the 40 wives, the 40 tribes. He had different tribes, and he'd go and pick a wife, a virgin wife of each tribe, and mate and start there. So, yeah, that's a whole nother story. This, too, is like the similar story. Keep that in mind. He allowed the religions of the Bognos, or the pagans, to develop in his entourage. And it happened at the time of the old age of Solomon, the old age of Solomon, that his bangos, or foreign wives, diverted his heart to other gods. All of his wives diverted his hearts to other gods. Everyone that he took upon in a different tribe started diverting his heart to other gods. There came the defeat and the fall of his particular nation. Let me check on my chat real quick. Flip your ship. You say flip your ship because everything upside down. Say that. Say that if that's what you mean. Definitely. Okay. 1 Kings 11:4-5. It says, Salamah, which is Solomon, obviously, evidently in keeping the alliance with Yahweh, led to divine wrath, because you did this, had all these wives with these different guys, start praising all these different people. He's just doing everything everywhere. I will snatch the kingdom from you. Only I will not do it in your days because of Davidi, which is David, your father. But I will snatch it out of your son's hands. So anyone that comes after you, he's going to make them suffer for that. The sins of the father, the sins of the father. 1 Kings 11:9-13. The Banabito, descendants of the same family, divided into 12 independent tribes. The Banabito, descendants of the same family, divided into 12 independent tribes, but they were all descendants of the same exact family. Okay. Around the David family, David, whose real name in Congo Lari is Dawidi. David's real name is Dawidi in Congo Lari. He who hears. David means he who hears. The kingdom of old, unified, splits into two kingdoms. Then we talk about the two great kingdoms, the two great nations, the two great lands. You can read about this in 1 Kings 11:35-37. 11:35-37, 1 Kings. The Nagalas in the north and the Bakongos in the south near Kameta, which is Kemet. The Congo in the south near Kamata, which is Kemet. Kemet is Kamata. The Nitato, Dia, Tango, Congo. The Dia, Tango, Congo. The Isolel, I have chosen you. I have chosen you, Isolel. Isaiah 44:1. The chosen one, the chosen seed. In Gallus and Judah, Yaandi, the Congo, gives birth to two twin states. But Congo gives birth to two twin states. Okay? Fully organized administratively, legally, and militarily, the kingdom of Israel and Banagalas, the 10 tribes whose biblical names are Ephraim, Hippolani in Nagala language, House of Joseph, Yosophia, today the Bangalas, 1 King 11:30-33. The kingdom of Judah. The kingdom of Judah Bakongo, and Benyamanu, my son, in Kikongo, Benyamin, among false Jews. Benjamin means among false Jews in Kikongo. Translated as Benjamin, the tribes of Benjamin, false Jews. And a large number of, did you guys hear that? I hope you got that. The large number of Nagazas and Zabas, Imbas, Levites, and scribes, center religious of the Banagala, was Bethel and Samaria. Bethel, city of Bethel. This name Bethel came with the Banagalas. It still exists in the north of Congo, Brazzaville, Betoel, house of He, house of God, house of He is the house of God. The house of God is He in Congo. Genesis 28:2, the house of God. Cherokee Bible. Remember Genesis 31:13. I am the He. I am the He, God of the Bethel. I am the He, God of the Bethel. Betal, He. Betal, He. Where you anointed the pillar and where you made a vow to me. Now rise and get out of this land and return to the land of your kindred. The name of He of the Bantu, Betal, He, the final consonant, is deaf in Paleo Hebrew. It is therefore swallowed Batal, equal Batal. In Samaria, for the Nagals, the Ba-Nagals. Certain cities of Judah kept the same name. Many changed, but certain kept the same name. Read about this in 1 Chronicles 4:30. At Bethel, He. At Hormah, at Taslag. In Jerusalem, in Yiddish, the Edomite language of the present-day false Jews. And Jerusalem, in Yiddish is the Edomite language of the present-day false Jews. Yiddish. The real Congo name was Salama, Salem. In Hebrew Index 8004. Place where everything is done. The place where everything is done or is accomplished, which comes from the Congo verb sala. So when you see that in you read the King James Version and you'll see Selah, it'll say that at the end of certain verses. This comes from the Congo verb. And this means that something is done. It is accomplished. To do, to accomplish. Salam is a Bantu city from Tanzania. I'm sorry. Bantu city is from Tanzania. Dar es Salaam in Arabic. Dar Salaam. Dar it is finished. Read Psalm 76, 2-3. Read Psalm 76, 2-3. So Salama was the religious city of the Bakongo. Salama was the religious city of the Bakondo, Judah. Yohandis, Yoandi in Arabic Hebrew, in Hebrew Index 3061. Yehudi, I'm sorry, which comes from the powerful word of the Congo, Yaandi. It's a Congo word, Yaandi. He is the designated, he is the chief, or he is the elected. Yahandi. Oh boy, reading these words and that you're not familiar with, it sure gets tongue twisted. Yeah, I'm like feeling all of that right now. I'm like, my mouth got dry and I just finished my drink. But yeah, let's get back to it. I'm gonna make this very short. How long we been at this video? Yep, 15 minutes tops. We out here 1 hour. 1 hour. I gave you guys the link. You can look into all of this information, kind of pull yourself together into everything we've been reading. Think about everything we talked about with the Tathagata, the Asian areas. Think about the maps. Think about all the stuff we've been, going over. And then when you read this to yourself, I'm just going over this for anyone that doesn't want to take the time to do it. And yeah, Yiddish, Khazar, Hebrew, Tish, something. The Bakongos are the only ones in the world. The Bakongos are the only ones in the world to have kept the correct Tijani translation. Keep that in mind. The only ones in the world to have kept the correct translation. Note, the Bantu languages are all 100% Semitic, 100% Semitic, original Jewish, the Bantu in the Congo. Okay? The Bantu, like the majority of the Semitic languages, are synthetic languages, very concrete, which contain very few abstract words. Verbs are conjugated in the perfect and incomplete. So a verb in the perfect can be understood in the present or the past. It is up to the listener or the reader to understand the sentence depending upon the context of it. So another peculiarity is that there is no verb to be. In the original language, there is no verb of to be. And the noun always precedes the objective. So on the other hand, with the exo-Semitic languages, the adjective precedes the noun. Example in French, mon eau, becomes the English my water, mon eau, water. In Spanish, mi agua, my water, agua, is water. To notice, possessive adjective in man. So it's given a possessive objective. Plus the name ow. The writing goes from the hand left to right. On the other hand, in Semitic language and biblical Paleo-Hebrew, for example, my water will become water to me. It's not my water, it's backwards. Water to me. And I told you guys, everything is backwards. Upside down, twisted, right side up, left side right. So, all of that. Water, the first noun. To me, the adjective then. In biblical Paleo-Hebrew, the word water is pronounced mayi, m. The final consonant, m, is death. So it's mayi, period, mayi. Therefore, it is swallowed mayin. This is in the Hebrew text 4,325. In Yiddish, the false Germano-Hebrew, the false in Yiddish. Let me make sure you guys see this. Where is it at? I just got lost in my spot now. All these different colors they got in these words, Lord. Okay. So I was around here. Where is it? Check them out. I was right now. The structure is done. Wow, where was I? Seriously, I can't even find it. Right to left, you trade the layers. Vocabulary Bantu. Okay. Okay. The Bantu layers are also not trade presented, not African origin. It seems like I'm skipping something. Okay, let's see. Pronunciation. I moved the thing too fast and I don't know where I was at. I'm going to start here. Let's see. On the other hand, with the exo-Semitic languages, the adjective precedes the noun. Example in French, mon eau, becomes the English my water. Okay, we read that. The final consonant M, Khazar, spoken by the false Edomites. Okay, this is where it was, I think. Khazar, spoken by the false Edomites. There we go. In Yiddish, this is where it was. I was looking for. In Yiddish, the false Germano-Hebrew of the Khazars, spoken by false Edomites of Mendel's Jews. My water says Miyam Shalo. The correct pronunciation is in Lingala, Maya, Niga. So in Key Congo and Lingala are languages which, like all languages, Semitic languages were written from right noun and left adjective. Unlike noun Semitic languages, which are written from left to right, just the grammatical structure and the vocabulary of the Bantu languages already betrays their Semitic and non-African origin. Their Semitic and non-African origin. Attention, all the Semites are black except Edom, the Mendel, the albino. Read about that in Genesis 25:25. When the Arab Ishmaelite, Bedanis, the people of the desert, the people of the cave, the people of the desert are half-breeds, mixed race, half-breeds. Jeremy 25:24, you can read that. All kings of the Arabs, all the kings of the mestizos, all kings of the Arabs, let's highlight that for you guys. All kings of the Arabs, all kings of the mestizos who dwell in the desert, the mestizos who dwell in the desert. In this blog, we will tell you who is who and will open your eyes with the help of the Almighty Ya'abi. Take your Bibles to prove to you the truth of what you are going to reveal to you. The teacher, Mataya, become Matthew 28. Even the names they have in there are incorrect. The incorrect pronunciation, the meaning, it throws you off because a lot of the names, as we were reading in the indigenous, I don't know if you guys remember, we were reading in the indigenous, the Indian word book information document, right? I showed you guys how a lot of the names, they represent places as well. A person's name would show you like the tribe, the area where they were from, some type of reference to their tribe or their ancient ancestors, so on and so forth. So these are the certain things that we were kind of, going over with that. This is showing you how now it's letting you know how the Bible and the translation that they've given you to misplace and misunderstand things so that you don't see, and it's not a clear understanding because you don't have the real fact of the enunciation. This is a dissemination. This helps you to break down and actually understand what it's talking about so you can you can see what it's representing: a land, a place, a people, a thing. Man, this gets too crazy. Y'all don't really get a lot of times what's going on when people have in their minds about, oh, this is against us. Oh, the Bible. Everything is not about the Bible. Peace to you. Peace, fam. Everything is not about the Bible, and let's go against the Bible if we can use this information to find truth. I mean, come on. Talk about it. Yes. Dang, I need a drink. I'm gonna have to let's do some music for. I swear it's gonna be one song, y'all, because I really just need to get a drink right now.
Power
I had
on.
this earlier, and I was
Bluetooth pairing.
rushing in here trying to get to this slide so I can get it out the way. And I wanted to do that, so.
Bluetooth connected.
All right, let's see. I'll play one of her Aboriginal Brothers songs. Who we gonna play today? I just need a quick 2 minutes, y'all. We'll be right at it. Let's see who we gonna play. Oh, maybe I should play something. Say play something else. Actually, I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna even play a song. I'm gonna play some information real quick. Hold on, guys. Let me play something. Even if we don't play the whole video, I want you to hear something different. Let me see if I can play this one that talks about something particular. You guys could hear while we were doing this. Hold on a minute. Oh, you know what? Anybody that didn't come in, let's do this. I'll just play this for you guys. Let's play the audio from earlier.
That have dark skin.
Let's see.
That have dark skin don't come out and talk about having contact with aliens or abductions. You don't really hear much people. It's usually people with lighter skin here that actually say. So he was just wondering if there was actual, lots of people, or lots of aliens that had the darker skin complexion.
Well, these ones, the Earth melanated people, don't interest the Greys who do all the body hybridization programs, because it's mainly the Caucasian people. It's the Caucasian races that have been extremely mixed and are easier to hybridize with the Greys. The melanated people, especially the African people on Earth, have strong Earth genes, and they have a very strong genetics that is not easily being altered. So they don't want to go through the trouble. I'd say the melanated people on Earth are very ancient. They're extremely ancient, and from them, hybridizations have been performed. But they carry the original stem of Earth human genome. So interestingly, the Greys are not interested by it. They're interested by the people who have been hybridized a lot already. So the Caucasians are. So that's what I know about it.
Are there maybe some set of rules where they're not really allowed to touch people of the original bloodlines, where they're kind of maybe more open to be able to touch to the hybrids, and they can't really, touch people who are the original, stems of the Earth?
Yes, that is a very interesting question, and I think there may be some truth in it, because it's all the Prime Directive. You're going to be able to get away with working on hybrids, but not really on working on really locals, indigenous,
no organic people.
So I think that's
none of the indigenous.
Although the Greys don't have a lot of ethics, but they get away easily with working with already hybridized races, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that part. So let's get back to it. So it says right here, guys. Jesus in Kikongo was
Here is a cell, the basic unit of all living tissue.
We ain't gonna read that right now. Listen to that, honey. Stop. Okay. It says that where is it? Okay. It says, take your Bible. They're going to take your Bible, prove to you that the truth of what you are going to reveal to you, the teacher, the Messiah, becomes Matthew. What is your king, the Almighty Yeshaya? Jesus in Kikongo was on the Bakongo. Before you begin, know that the biblical names originally Bantu, of course, we know these names have been switched. We always talk about this, have been westernized by the impious in Tanis, Edomites. As the Bible has prophesied in the book of Romans 1:25, them, the Edomites, who changed the truth, changed the Bible, so we know it has been changed. The Bible has been altered, as we say. Definitely, it's proven. They have original Bibles that come from our ancestors that some of these people have followed through, or, they go by, so on and so forth. But before that, there was no Bible even before that. That's a whole nother story. It says the Edomites who changed the truth of Yah-Abi into a lie. Example, the name of the prophet Noe, Noah, N-O-E, which was Noha, Nokha. The deluge reigned among the Bakongos, and the Nagalas became in the Bible Noah, Genesis 10:1. Whereas the Paleo, the Hebrew, it is always in Hebrew 5146, Nokai, or else Kalembe, in Hebrew text 3612. The Bantu name, certainly Baluba, became Caleb in the Bible. In Numbers 14:24, Thomas in Congo Lari language means beauty. John 20:24, the beloved, check yourself and read Nehemiah 3:4. You have the proof in your Bible, the 100% Bantu Congo name, Bana, Baana, which means child, name only Congo, Bantu, keep in the Bible. But wake up, the word Angola is in the Bible as Hagla, Hogla. Read Numbers 36:11, the name Guhazi in 2 Kings 4:14 comes from the Congo word Gehazi, which translates as repugnant, dirty. This corresponds well with the story of Gehazi in 2 Kings 4. So, beloved, I offer you a free internet link of the biblical versions in check. So, if you're a person that is really religious, I'll say, if you're a Christian or something of the sort, this will be very helpful to you to disseminate and break down the lies for you so that you will get an understanding. I'm not promoting any type of religion, keep that in mind, but they have all the facts, and based off this, and I do believe in the Congo story. I remember that King Kong cartoon. I can't remember everything about it, but it was a lot to do with. I remember watching like, oh, it seemed like they're talking about a person. Why is they making it like it was a monkey? As a kid, I was thinking that, like, I mean, it's a lot to this stuff, but yeah, like I said, I didn't want to keep this too long. Anybody, understanding it? Does this sound like weird to you guys? Give me some response. I'm going to make this a very short video. I did put the information out there for you guys to go check it yourself. You can see what's going on with this. I just have pulled up some information based off some stuff that I had, and this site actually popped up. So I thought it was really interesting how it broke everything down and disseminating the Bible's lies, breaking down the lies and the words even in the Bible, telling you, it shows you the reference and the place, what was the lie, what was broke down. Even this part right here where it says, let me see. This part, I offer you a field of vocabulary to plow, to help, and delays to understand. By reading this blog, beloved, you will encounter the letter G. The G is for Greek. H is for Hebrew, and the numbers. Example, H, the documentations, cord, R, blah, 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 belt in the paleo, Hebrew. Here's a free link in English, blah, 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 which is for that blue letter Bible. You can get that information. Actually, let me get you guys that link just in case you want to check that out. This is the blue letter Bible link, so you can get even more information, okay? So, yeah, check this out, guys. I'm just here to give you some information. It is what it is. All I'm doing is showing you. K City in Turkey. Yeah, sis. I almost want to dig through these maps, but I hate digging through the maps. I'll be looking and digging for days. This was kind of last minute find with the pictures that I had. I want to show you guys the pictures, and then I looked up this and found this article, and I'm like, wow, this coincided perfectly. So yeah. Yeah, we just had an hour, guys. All right, guys, make sure you go check it out. Here's the blog page here. It has so many details, y'all. Like, seriously, I mean, just take your time. I want you to look at it. Take it by yourself and just kind of disseminate the lies. This isn't any Hebrew Israelite promotion, guys. I'm not no Hebrew Israelite, period. 100% not. But what this does, it breaks down the information in the Bible based off the Hebrew, and then it also breaks down the real or the original Hebrew text information so that you're getting the original understanding of it from the Congo language, which are the original Semites. So this is a really powerful blog to clarify people that aren't clear on this religious stuff that you guys are trapped into. It will allow you to get a little more clarity, kind of break some things down to your mind for dissemination, so you're not trapped and stagnated and leave these guys and whatever that you believe it to be. It'll show you. It's going to show you these are like just informational pieces that will be able to help you. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but I just wanted to put that out for you guys. Peace, love, blessings, and until later, guys. I'll be back at you